Welcome back. IT is the big gainer today. And remember, Motilal Oswal upgraded the Indian IT sector to an overweight. And they've given three key reasons for the upgrade. One is the underperformance. This year, in fact, the Nifty IT index is down 12%, so it's underperformed. But even over the last 3 years, the Nifty IT index CAGR is just 3%, starkly underperforming the overall Nifty 50 or Nifty 500. Secondly, and this is interesting, so they're basically saying the global AI infrastructure. Now we could be seeing a shift from infrastructure build out to application and maintenance, which is where the Indian IT companies come in. And thirdly, they also go on to say that the Nifty IT's profit share in the indexes remain constant at 15% for 4 years, but the index weight has dropped to a decadal low of 10%. But moving on now to the futures and options space, Mangalam is now joining in.
But if you look at the markets, we have the frontline indices doing okay-ish. We have the Nifty, we have the Nifty Bank, as well as the IT index that you were talking about, Rima, which is doing well. But if you look at the broader markets, that's where the problem is. If you look at, the advanced decline ratio, and that will tell you that more stocks are declining, 70% more stocks are declining than the number of stocks which are advancing today. And that would make portfolios feel a lot worse than what the frontline index is showing. So that's something we will be watching out for. The good part, however, is that even as we're seeing supply at higher levels, the support for the market has been fairly intact between this 26,000 to 26,050 mark. So we're consolidating as we move higher. Right now, if you look at the last 3 trading sessions, which includes today, the lows on the Nifty have been between 26,050 and 26,060 itself. So that's an important part to watch out for. So even if the market has come off the highs, it is still above the lows, and that's a positive. What is it that the option writers are positioning themselves for the Nifty? And remember, the Nifty November series expiry happens tomorrow. And now there, ahead of that, the 26,100 mark seems to be a bit of a fulcrum. So the 26,100 put and the 26,100 call have been the most actively traded straddles, and which implies that those who have written both the 26,100 call and the put are playing for a combined premium of 150 rupees, which again implies that there is support between 25,950 to 26,000 and resistance above 26,250 to 26,300. And that's something that is further confirmed by the Nifty recent high of 26,247 and the call writing that we've seen at the 26,200 mark as well. So those are a couple of things that we will be watching out for. Frontline indices doing well, broader markets not so much, and the Nifty consolidating after having moved higher between 26,000 and 26,250.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Mangalam, for joining us with all those cues. But a quick reminder for our viewers, HSBC presents Future Female Forward Season 3, co-presented by Cognizant from New Delhi. We bring you the newest state chapter edition with powerful perspectives, action-focused agendas, and a collective vision for accelerated equity. Tune in on 25th November, Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. onwards for insightful conversations only on CNBC-TV18 and CNBC-TV18.com.